has the campus changed since you were here 12 years ago?
Well, we now have light rail going right through campus. The Green Line is a terrific investment, and it's a resource that I use myself very frequently.
And that's how I got here today as well. Hi, I'm Jean. Today I'm talking with Katie White. She's a senior planner in our Transportation Planning Division at the Council. Today we're going to talk to Katie about her work in planning and what she likes to do outside of work. Let's go find a place on the campus that we can talk. Katie, did you live on campus while you were a student here?
Yes, I lived in the residence halls for 2 years, and then I lived not too far off campus for another year and a half.
Did you have any favorite buildings here on campus?
Well, between classes, most of the time I was at Kauffman Memorial Union, so I had a lot of memories from that building. And also, I really enjoy Northrop Memorial Auditorium. I was the student government representative to the first committee that met to discuss how to renovate the building. And so it's been terrific to watch the vision come to life over the last few years.
You're a senior planner in our Transportation Planning Division. What do you do from day to day?
Most of what I do involves coordinating the activities of the council with our local and regional partners. So one of our biggest partners is the Minnesota Department of Transportation, MnDOT. They are really important to work with in our planning efforts and then also in determining how we spend our investment dollars. We also work very closely with the cities and counties that are in the Twin Cities metropolitan area to form a unified regional vision for our transportation network.
What do you wish people better understood about the work of the Council's Transportation Planning Group?
I think that in the news a lot, we are very well known for our work in transit planning, but people might not know that we spend most of our time talking about highways and roads. Our partnership with MnDOT is very important, and of course they own a lot of the roads, and so I think most people associate roads with MnDOT or their county roads. But the Metropolitan Council and my department is very involved in that coordination and collaboration. And we spend most of our time on highways, actually, instead of transit.
What do you like best about your job?
I really like looking at things from a regional perspective. I like being able to work with local partners and bringing people together who might not otherwise have reason to collaborate. So in transportation planning, a lot of that involves bridging health and transportation or equity in transportation, and not looking at transportation as its own individual component of a city that is separate from everything else, but how transportation gets integrated into the work of the local governments.
What's your biggest project this year?
I'll be working on our Travel Behavior Inventory Household Travel Survey this year. The survey helps us understand the usage of our roads and transit system and where we might need to make future investments. It's incredibly valuable information, and this year we'll be inviting households to participate, and they will use a smartphone app to log their travel trips to help us determine the usage of our roads and transit system and who bikes and who walks and who takes Uber and Lyft so that we can plan for the future.
What is it about urban planning that appeals to you so much?
Well, I don't have a very strong math or science or engineering background, but I really like the opportunity to help build something that makes an impact in my community. I like working with people to help change how the community looks and feels and is accessible to the entire neighborhood.
Are you still involved here at the university at all?
Yes, I still advise a group of undergraduate women a couple of times a month. I'm over here visiting with them. I just love coming through and experiencing the river from campus and seeing what's happening.
What did you like about being a student here?
I liked how big it was. I liked that there was always something to do, that there were many groups to be a part of, and that I could feel like I was part of this larger institution and still know my place in it.
What else do you like to do outside of work?
Well, starting last year, I got very involved in triathlons, so now I do that.
Terrific!
The YWCA in South Minneapolis does a women's triathlon. They just encourage women of all ages to get out and participate. They had girls as young as 11 and women as old as 79 participate this year. There were 1,300 women racing, and I was totally hooked. I signed up for a longer distance 3 weeks later, and I'm getting ready for my next race season right now.
Well, as a user of both transit and highways, I really appreciate your work, Katie.
Thank you so much, Jean.
Yeah, thanks for talking with us today. If you'd like to know more about Katie's work and the other work of the Metropolitan Council, visit our website at metrocouncil.org.